This is the cool star. Ah. I think I know how they get involved in the Temporal Cold War. Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Sal Plays Star Trek Online. Looks like we've found the Taxufa, and it's apparently going to be turning up in the Nicole system, which would explain why the Nicole had been causing some time trouble, if this is what happened to their system. Right, let's begin.
Good to see you again. Thank you for responding to my message so quickly. The Tholians have the quantum phase inhibitor. I've tracked their ship to this system, and I'm detecting some telltale quantum fluctuations within the star. They're trying to use the device. We need to stop them and recover it. First, however...
Unidentified vessel. You have entered our space without authorization. If you are an ally of the Tholians, leave now. We have done nothing to provoke their attacks, but we will defend ours. Thank you. My people have few warships. Any assistance you could provide against the
You'd think they'd remember that we rendered assistance, wouldn't you, when they become our enemies, but no. Such is time. Oh, he's quick to give us.
Should have never made that device. I was only focused on the idea, on whether it was possible. I didn't stop to think of all the harm it could do in the wrong hands. We have to stop.
Well, cue the Jeff Goldblum meme there.
If that happens, the effect on this system will be...
Right, let's go. See if we can stop this before it gets any worse.
The lead Tholian ship has the quantum phase and...
Oh, that explains that.
They might have traced me to this time. We'll have to go further into the past to hide the quantum phase inhibitor.
Nah, great. Well, that star's not gonna work anymore. Need to go and get that recluse. Well, at least it's not doing what the Lucario son was doing, but still. Right. I'm happy with that selection. The harm assist.
We've docked with a Tholian ship. The good news is that my scans indicate the Tholians come from an environment.
Which basically means we need our own environmental suits. Which luckily should automatically engage since the last update when we... Yep, there we go.
I do prefer that.
Yeah, it makes things a lot easier. Because back in the day, this didn't used to happen.
Tholians.
You'd sit
just
there
as xenophobic
suffocating.
and opportunistic in your time as mine.
And to manually put on the suit. It kind of makes sense that it's kind of like a nano sort of technology that just activates on.
Yeah,
the rest.
yeah.
We have to be getting closer to the Tox Utat. Stay alert.
Yep, Tholian doors are very confusing. When in doubt, follow the corpses. You know what's funny is the Doc doesn't actually need an Evo suit because he's a hologram.
The bridge should be just ahead.
Does it put the Doctor in a suit now?
No,
I was thinking it would be even more amusing if it put the holographic Doctor in it.
well, you'd think his
It's
mobile emitter might need protection, but then again, it's from the 29th century, so it might have shielding. At least you'd hope.
Now we just need to drop that force field. Get the quantum phase in.
Your suit looks pretty nice as well, Cal.
Finally, we have the quantum phase inhibitor.
Right, let's get out of here. Hopefully we'll be able to fix the Nicole sun. But I doubt it. So you've got the Solanogen environmental suit.
Yes.
I would have gone with that, but I've fully upgraded this one. Right, well, are we down to the 22nd century? Oh, well, this is where he's going to hide it. Because that's where Picard will find it on Rosa. Although... No, that must happen later. Which means we're going to find out, but I'm not going to say what, because, spoilers. Unless you've watched Next Generation.
Ryza, early 22nd century. Even the tourists won't be in this region for a few years yet. No one will be looking for the quantum phase inhibitor here. Not now, anyway.
Okay, let's find a nice spot.
Rain on Ryza. I guess they haven't installed the weather control systems yet. We have to hide the device very well. I can't afford to let it fall into the wrong hands again. And the Vorgons are very persistent.
Red Jones berries.
No, that's too obvious. Anyone could find it there. That's better, but I still think it will be too easy to find. That's it. Someone will find it in a few hundred years, but that's a different story for a different captain. Let's get back.
That captain will be Jean-Luc. He does find something else as well, but you'll have to watch the episode to find out. So go and watch Next Generation, basically.
I love how all of a sudden we can quite easily seem to travel in time.
Well, we have got the Krenim research. And also he has got a time ship, which Daniels gave him. The Folians are hailing us, okay?
Return the talks intact, and we will let you live.
Well, looks like we're going to have to fight our way out of this then.
Bring it, bitches.
Doesn't seem like a fair fight, does it? Maybe we should install our shields.
I do sometimes think about it.
Though to be fair, I heal more. My healing is... When I was trying to get in the Undine battle zone earlier, the thing that damages you in there, I actually heal much more. Oh. Oh snap.
Well, that's helpful.
Oh. That
This is
explains it.
Captain Walker of the USS Pasta. We are responding to a temporal distress call. Do you require assistance?
Not us.
Yeah, probably... I mean, you can help out if you want, but it's not us who needs help.
What happened to our son? What did you do?
And this is why they hate us.
Comfort to our citizens as they freeze to death.
Yeah.
You have done quite enough. Leave us alone. Time travelers and malcontents and Tholians. The whole lot of you can fall into a black hole. Now go. We have to figure out how to save our people. And then we'll take steps to protect ourselves. Time is a weapon, and it will never...
This is Captain Benjamin Walker of the USS Postok. I'm responding to an emergency temporal transmission from these space-time coordinates, but we are no longer detecting the source of these transmissions. Did you lose a time traveler? I think you better come aboard while we resolve this. Prepare for transport.
Temporal shenanigans once again.
What's that one?
And from what I know of the episode of Picard,
It's nice to see you again.
spoiler alert, guys.
Not that you remember. We need to scan the continuum for Caldano.
He's going to end up back on the riser, probably. That's where his time drive was last set for.
Were you able to locate Caldano? Enter the temporal coordinates into...
Oh yeah, I forget how advanced these transport technology is. They can just beam you through time.
We can transport through time now.
Yep. And he's dead.
What happened with Caldano? No, this was meant to happen. Caldano went further back into the past than you knew. The NX-01 Enterprise, captained by Jonathan Archer,
He's
found
dead,
his ship
Jim.
in the 22nd century, and his chief engineer activated Caldano's emergency temporal circuit, which returned the ship to its last known time, this one. But by the time that happened, Caldano had been dead for centuries. The Tox Uthant is safe. It was found in the mid-24th century by Captain Jean-Luc Picard, who destroyed it before it could be used to harm others. Altering the past causes ripples.
We already know
Effects
that
move through
he
time,
didn't
shifting
destroy
everything
X.
they touch, and it may take eons for all of them to be seen. The Nakul will survive, although their homeworld will be lost. They will become time travelers themselves, and their actions in the temporal Cold War shape the galaxy you now know. There are some things you shouldn't change, that you can't change. You could check Captain Archer's old logs for more information.
Okay, well, looks like we've got some reading to do. And he must think we don't know that Picard actually didn't destroy it. He tricked them.
This is a sad day for the Federation. We failed to save the Nakul system. And our friend from the future, Caldano, is dead. I know you did everything you could. Sometimes, especially when we venture into time travel, things must play out a certain way. So, at least the timeline has been preserved. Captain Picard can now find the Tox Uthant on Risa in the 24th century. Still, let us mourn for Caldano and the Nakul people.
You know how in the last, during the Iconium Wars, Admiral, that I said messing with time would be a bad idea? You're starting to prove me right.
We have been contacted by the Federation from the 29th century. Their Temporal Integrity Commission is charged with protecting the timeline from factions who might want to change history. Considering our recent experiences, we feel the need to better understand the rules of time travel. However, it's important we don't know too much about the future, so we have decided to designate one representative to learn what we need to know. Given your record, you were the logical choice. You were to rendezvous with the USS Postok. Her captain will give you a more thorough briefing upon arrival.
Okay, well, I'll be getting myself a new Polaron beam array at the end of this mission. But you'll have to tune in next time to find out what happens, and apparently we're going to a conference about time. Well, what can I say? It's about space, and it's about time too. Take care for now, guys.